Hey there, I am sitting with my friends Jill Miller and Mia Koehne, and we just decided that we were all blogged out this week, actually. They're both in town and hanging out at my house, which is an awesome privilege.
Awesome.
And we thought, why not put our heads together and just share what God is doing in our lives? And so that's what we're doing. So the question on the table for today is, what is God teaching you? What is He up to in your life? What are you learning? And so I encourage you also to take this question and think about it too as we discuss and dialogue today. It'd be fun for you to tell us what's going on in your life, because that's super helpful for us too, just to know that. And then also we can be praying for you too. And you can put that up on the Fearless and Faithful blog Facebook group, and we can kind of get the dialogue going. But, all right, so here's the question. Who wants to start?
I'll go. Go, Mia.
Wait, the thing that I love about this question is that you can ask this question every single day, and the answer can always be different.
That's true.
So for me, specifically today, what is God doing in my life? What is He teaching me? He's telling me to rest, and He's also teaching me what does rest look like. And so for me, sometimes rest is maybe saying no to some things, even though I'm busy doing things. But today, rest is really just that. It's not doing anything. It's jumping on a plane and flying to Nashville and being at my friend's house and just taking everything off the plate, off the agenda, having no agenda, and being still and digging into His Word and just listening. I think that's the big thing. Listen to what I have to say, and I don't know what that is right now.
As far as the listening?
Yeah, because I was even saying, okay, Lord, I know You want to tell me something. What do You want me to tell You? Or what do You want to tell me? And it's just listen. Just listen. So I'm very excited to see what He has for me.
Yeah.
And cool. I just know it's rest right now.
So as you, just because I'm curious, I want to know like the nitty gritty of Mia right here. So as you are resting this week, what will you do to actually kind of follow through with that listening? What will that look like for you?
It's going to look like being diligent in the Word, in the Bible.
Just spending time.
And it's not like, okay, now you have to spend this amount of time, this amount of time, but it's the real time of not, okay, I wake up, I do my devotions, did that, and now I got 100 other things to do. You have nothing to do. I have nothing to do for a week except to just dig into His Word, and when He says I'm done, I'm done. So... Yeah, and so I feel like I need it. Like I need a word from God.
So there's a hunger aspect to clearing the agenda, having a hunger to hear God, and then kind of just waiting to see what He says, right?
Right.
That's great. That's cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And with that, I pass.
Should we pass up here? No, never mind.
The coaster.
The speaking coaster.
Speaking coaster.
Well, that's a really good question, and I agree that it changes so much and sometimes it changes throughout the day. You know, what is God showing me this second? And as you're talking,
He talks that much to you?
well, no. But if I listen,
He might.
Yeah, He might.
Wow.
He probably is downloading constantly.
There's a nugget.
Yeah. And I think what really hit me is He's really pushing me to go beyond my comfort zone, to really get out of my comfort zone, to move forward in faith, like even when I'm afraid and I don't think I'm quite ready, I'm not perfect. We were talking about perfection before we started this, and that's a thing He's always working on with me, because perfection is just something I struggle with, and it's not what He wants from me. He's never asked me to be perfect, but I feel that drive within me, and it inhibits me, because it inhibits me from stepping out in faith when He's asking me to, because I think I have to be perfect at what I'm doing before I can step out. And as you were talking, it just hit me, that's really what He's asking me to do. Step out, I'll give you the wings. John Maxwell says, you fly and we'll build your wings on the way down. And that's what I feel like.
That's a scary way to think
I
about
know,
it. It's
but-
like you're falling and flaming
Yeah,
by that
yeah.
time.
But that's what faith is really about.
Yeah.
Because that's what I feel like he's asking me to do. Go jump, and we'll build the wings on the way down. I don't have to have it all figured out. And I think, because I know it's tripped me up a lot in life, feeling like I'm not prepared, or I'm not comparing myself to other people. I'm not as good as they are, especially with singing and speaking, and I can just get caught up in that trap. And he's like, you go.
Mm-hmm.
So
how do you know when? So if perfection isn't the thing,
right.
and you're so right. I mean, I do the same thing.
Uh-huh.
What is your gauge or your meter for this is good enough, or this is I am ready? How do you know when you're ready?
I think it's that thing you know when you know when you know. It's just like when I know God is, that's where he's calling me to go, and that's what he's pushing me, and I feel that nudge. And I felt it more than once, and it's like, I think that's where I know that gut thing, that, you know what, he keeps pushing me there. It's like, okay.
Is that nudge, just because I'm thinking like, maybe you guys don't know this, or what does a Holy Spirit nudge feel like?
Yeah.
What does it feel like to you? I know what it feels like to me, but I'm curious.
That's really good, because I think it feels different. Sometimes it feels, sometimes it's just so obvious, it's just like, it's just there, and it's just,
Like
you
maybe
just
all
know.
the doors are open,
The door's
leading
opening
that
yeah.
way.
Right, yeah.
Okay.
It's like, okay, that's definitely working. Other times it's just that thought, that feeling that I just keep getting. And it's like, okay, God, where is that coming from? And it just won't go away. So it's that.
Do you take those and do you kind of pray through those and go,
Oh,
God, is this you? Or
yes,
is that
absolutely.
part of
Check
it?
it out, and like, and it's, when you're praying, when I'm in my prayer time, and all of a sudden this thought just, comes in. It's like, oh, thank you, God.
So sometimes
awesome.
those interjected random thoughts you have in your prayer time, or just when you're hanging out with God, turn out to be
The
like,
squirrels.
Doesn't it feel like, was that just me that had that, or was that? Okay, so it's the
then I
same
check
for you
it.
too.
Yeah, exactly.
That's fascinating.
Then I open up and scripture like talks right to what I was feeling.
I
Okay,
love when that happens.
that's confirmation. So I think for me, he does it in a lot of different ways.
Okay.
And butterflies are important to me, and I'll get a butterfly. I'm serious. Like I'm thinking about something, and
Butterfly shows up.
butterfly shows up, and I'm like, oh, thank you, God. Okay, confirmation. I mean, he does it in lots of.
So
different
that's
ways.
one of your avenues. Like a butterfly is a big thing for you
It is.
in your story, and if
Right,
you don't know why, you should go check out Jill's website. And, but that sounds like God is really good at uniquely speaking in the way in which we get it.
Right.
So, like, if I saw a butterfly, I wouldn't.
Yeah, you would pick anything up.
I wouldn't get it.
Yeah, exactly. It's a butterfly, okay, big deal.
Right, but in the context of you and your story and how God has moved in your world and your life,
Right.
that's a big.
It's
that's
a big deal for me. Yeah.
And
it is.
I just.
And it's a big confirmation. He's used it as
Yes.
confirmation in so many incredible ways in my story. And I think that's part of faith to me, and part of finding out how is God trying to reach out to you and talk to you. That's part of our journey, I believe, is because I think he obviously is all the time. And I love what Mia's talking about, just listening,
And I think there's that training too, like when he says that my sheep know my voice.
Yes.
Like when you hear the voice, like, is that you, God? And then it's confirmed, you learn to hear his voice. And
Exactly.
you hear his voice, you see your butterfly, and confirmation.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
You start to recognize. It's just like if you were to, I think, like make a phone call to somebody that you knew. You immediately know their voice on the other side of the line because you just had time together and you get it. And
yes, absolutely.
yeah, something about that.
So how about you?
For me, I have been traveling through Exodus. That's been, and I can't really say there's been one big thing going on with it, but I have been typically a New Testament kind of girl. I love digging into Paul's letters and the Gospels and things, but just in the last year probably, and even recently in the last month or so, God's just been, I want you to go dig into Exodus.
Wow.
And it has
Tough
been...
read.
Well, you know what I'm discovering is I just love Moses because he's my people. You know, he's the big...
Not me, God, not me.
He's the scaredy cat. He's putting all of his excuses in front of God, like, but I stutter and I'm inadequate. And at some point too, this is amazing too. Like God is patient with him, but then God actually does get furious with him. And I think, wow, as I'm just saying this, I think God gets furious with our belittling ourselves, because greater is the one. You know, like he's like, get over the belittling, get over the comparison, because I want to use you, and I want. You're gonna go in front of Pharaoh, and you're gonna set my people free. You know, but it takes us getting over ourselves, over our excuses, and over all of our stuff to
that perfection.
Yeah.
Thing again.
Perfection, or just the way I see myself isn't, whatever it is, it's just not quite good enough. You know, and God's like, hey, I'm not using you because you're good enough. I'm using you because I'm good, you know, and that's what God is saying, I think, over our lives. And so, I don't know, I'm kind of
doing the
learning, like, to
Moses.
I'm just, I'm learning all these things from Moses, and hopefully it's so much of that, it's like written how many years ago, and yet still relevant to today.
So cool.
And just learning about freedom and how that process of undoing the slave mindset and then embracing freedom and watching God provide for the Israelites as they're in captivity, as they're coming out and beyond. And so it's been a cool journey, and I'm sure I'll be blogging about it over the next few months or whatever as I keep digging in. But right on.
I love it.
Cool. Thanks, ladies, for being here, and thank you for listening and watching, and we hope it was helpful for you.